What's fascinating about the Tuti-nama is that it has 52 stories. These stories were all told by a parrot to his master's wife in order to beguile her to stay at home so she wouldn't go out and illicitly meet a lover and commit adultery. So every night he would say to his mistress, Khujasta, "Oh, I hope you have a wonderful time going to meet your lover tonight, but I hope that what happens to you isn't the same thing that happens to the handmaiden of the king." And then Khujasta would be so curious that she would say, okay, tell me, what happened to her? And then the parrot would launch off into a story that would last all night. And by the time the story was finished, it was too late for her to kind of sneak out. There's one story in particular that stands out among all of them. The Eighth Night. The Eighth Night has 26 illustrations. There's a prince who couldn't learn his studies. For 12 years, every learned man would come and try to teach this prince to read and write and learn theology, learn the sciences. Well, this prince just was failing every single examination until finally there's one scholar who came and he said to the king, "Give me 6 months and I will teach this boy everything that no one could teach him in 12 years. And so he took the prince away and together they built a house filled with all different rooms and balconies, and every room was painted a different color, dedicated to a different subject. One room was dedicated to astronomy, one room was dedicated to literature, one room to mathematics, and in each room he would paint pictures on the walls, use shapes, use color, and use stories to explain to the prince all of the subjects that he needed to know. It's interesting to note that this kind of alternative learning style that is described in this 14th century Tuti-nama does kind of indicate the kind of learning that would work for patients of dyslexia. This story may very well have resonated with Akbar, and this is why that story has so many more illustrations.